There it is. Welcome everybody to this festive Friday community live stream. I have Star here with me. We have we have one thing for decorations in the conference room at the moment for the holidays, but our office, we did some decorating around it as well. We may show that at the holiday party in January. That's our first bit of news. We have to keep, we want everybody to attend. It's going to be amazing.
Tree, you can see the tree better when it's the white background, so we should put the banner over here. You know,
a little redecorating, folks.
So we can see the tree a little better. All right. So,
my name is Matthew Anderson. I'm Barrick in the community, and I have here with me executive producer on Shroud of the Avatar, Star. He is with me usually in the beginning here every week and talking about news. And I just mentioned the community party. We also have a bunch of things that are coming up in the next week, and you'll talk about some of those. But I wanted to just mention a few things that we had going on already. Is the contest, the Avatar's Guide to Knowledge and Virtue. This today is going to be our first week on the random 2 winners that we are going to be running throughout the contest every Friday, well, except for when we're on holiday break. Every Friday, we're going to, on this live stream, select 2 random winners who've already submitted a how-to/walkthrough video to show. And we'll do that in just a couple of minutes. And we'll do that. We have that again next Friday. And then, my gosh, we're already on holiday break after that. So it's really this week, next week, and then a little bit of a break. And then we'll pick it up in January, up to the conclusion to the contest, where if you've submitted a video and it makes one of these weekly Friday showcases, all those who get showcased on a Friday get 25 kodos. You can also win the main prizes at the end too. So this is just a little taste every week to show off what has been submitted. So there's that. We also have the Airy Fund Dev Crafting Competition and Charity Auction that continues. The devs here have been hard at work creating items, and now they are available on the auction for you to purchase. And Airy Fund also has a competition going on right now for you guys to create craftable items as well and sell those, I believe, on the auction too. So there's a lot going on there. Check out the community events section of the forums or the community events tab on the main website for details of those events and more. Speaking of more events, we had just this Wednesday, Spotlight of White Rock, player-owned town. Very, very nice town. Very interesting story with this, not an evil dragon, but a mysterious dragon that terrorized the town long ago, hundreds of years ago, and is not, they say it was killed, but it may come back someday. So you visit the town, but caution, what is it? Dragons beware. What is that one saying?
Here there be dragons.
That's it. Here there be dragons. So be cautious about that. But there is a lot of great stuff in that town too. They got visitors to and fro all the time. And we'll have another spotlight this next Wednesday as well. What else we got? I already mentioned the party for January 12th here at Portalarium. Check out the forums for details on that. We're going to have a bunch of community members here celebrating the new year with us. And that's really the highlights of the community stuff. But before we get into all the core news, I want to let everybody know what prizes we're going to be giving away. In fact, I think I'll just I'll say which ones, then we'll throw out one right away for you guys to spin on. Well, not spin. We do have the wheel right off camera here for emergency purposes, always ready to go. But for the moment, we're just going to do the little chat thing like we always do on the Friday live stream. So we have the Ornate Sleigh or Sled. They're very different. Ornate Sleigh or Sled of your choice. And the 2017 Tabletop Yule Tree. Very nice, just like this thing. It's way better looking than this, actually. But it's in the game. And
we should make one of these one year.
Is it just exactly in the game?
No, we should totally. Because the tabletop tree we have is looks like a normal Christmas tree, right? And so we totally one year absolutely need to make one of these scrawny little trees.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. How have we not done that before?
A very little tree with, it's even weighted down here.
All right, yeah.
We got to do that. I can, no, I got it.
So you're going to give out one of these prizes?
Yes, one of these prizes. Now, look, I'm going to cover you here. Okay, so we have, the Yule Tree, and then also the 2017 Snowman Mask with Stovepipe Hat, and the my favorite, a Twitter prize. This has been very successful. We have the 2017 Yule gift set, which includes the Yule cards, the boxes to put under the tree, and the stockings put on your fireplace or any edge surfaces like that. And that's all a combination. And we'll give that to those who tweet during this live stream at Shroud of Avatar and or hashtag LBSOTA, stands for Lord British Shroud of the Avatar, and just let us know, hey, I watched the live stream, looking forward to the holidays, or whatever you'd like to share. Let's give away, well, since we were talking about the tree, let's give away the tree. 2017 Tabletop Yule Tree. If you want a chance to win that, you're in Discord or Twitch. We're monitoring both. Back monitoring Discord right now. Type !tree, and we'll give that a few minutes while Star rolls into. Do you want to do the news, or do you want to show the two winners of the video contest?
Yeah, we can do the winners first. So as you guys know, we're having a I'm gonna move this just I mean, it's really awesome, but it's like right in my face. So I'm just gonna move it there.
Doesn't it smell nice? It's really a fresh tree.
Yeah, totally. That fake tree smells super nice. So we're running a contest right now, how-to videos about Shroud, and we have a bunch of entries already, and we've randomly selected. You know, we basically closed our eyes and pointed at the screen, and we picked a couple of winners. So Caballero, What is Shroud, and Lace with player-owned town navigation. And so,
and we actually, yeah, we have them ready to go.
Sure, we can show those.
It's like 2 minutes each here at most. These are short videos for this contest, just quick how-tos. And these two have, both Caballero and Lace have been actually longtime members of the community that have created videos in the past, and it certainly shows on these. So prepare your ears, folks. We did testing on this audio level for the videos, but you never know what happens through live streams. So here we go. We're gonna fire up. Caballeros is first.
Back in March of 2013, this company called Portalarium, founded by this guy, the legendary Richard Garriott, launched a successful Kickstarter campaign to develop the ultimate role-playing game, and that game is Shroud of the Avatar: Forsaken Virtues. With storylines from best-selling author Tracy Hickman and Richard Garriott himself, Shroud of the Avatar combines Ultima's strong single-player storytelling with Ultima Online's sandbox massively multiplayer online gameplay. As a sandbox, Shroud of the Avatar gives players the freedom to shape their avatars with a classless character system, as well as the world of New Britannia with player-owned towns and housing. Of course, the game is not just a complex housing simulator. There are hundreds of locations, scenes and areas to explore, and they are filled with not just monsters to kill, but traps and puzzles to solve as well. Now, instead of killing monsters, players in Shroud of the Avatar can engage in player versus player and kill each other anywhere in New Britannia by simply asking the Oracle to remove her protection. For those not interested in killing monsters and other players, Shroud of the Avatar has a robust crafting and gathering system that will keep even the most active player busy for hours in New Britannia. 4 years after Kickstarter and 200,000 New Britannians later, Shroud of the Avatar: Forsaken Virtues continues to grow month after month with updates and content enjoyed by everyone in the community. Anyway, that is Shroud of the Avatar: Forsaken Virtues in a nutshell. If you have any comments, questions, or reactions, then please post them in the comment section below.
Alright, so there's Caballero's video, very well done. Let's move on to Lace's. I'm going to a little magic. We're a little more prepared here on watching videos this time. Alright, here we go.
Hi everybody, it's Lace, and I wanted to talk about navigating the overland map in relation to POTs. So there's quite a little cluster of POTs around here, and I can tell how much the occupancy is. So if I'm looking for a place to live, one of these ones that are not filled up might be a place to live. Also, if I see smoke coming out, that tells me about how many players are in there and the little lights lit up and stuff. And then when you see these like white glowing things, that tells me they have devotionals. So if I go over to this one and I go right on this green area, I can see what devotionals they have before I step in. So if I know I want compassion, courage, or if I want to go to the Oracle, I know I can zip into this POT and do that. I also can see the number of vendors they have. So if I like go over to Port Phoenix and do the same thing over that little green area, I can see that there's 32 vendors there. It doesn't mean they're all stocked, but it at least tells me there's quite a lot. It doesn't mean that the smaller POTs that only have a couple player vendors won't have better deals. So depending on your shopping strategy, this is some ways to take a little peek inside them. Also the sub POTs like mine, because I didn't get a POT overland because I kind of came in a little late to do that. From the connecting points, you can also see what's going on there. Let me show you that real quick. So here I am inside Diamond Fields, and you can see we have a lot of connection points. And once again, I can go to the connecting boats. You can't mouse over the green, but I can hit control and see this one has one player vendor. I can go here and see that they have an Oracle confirmatory and one player vendor. And as I move along to them, I can do the same thing that I could do on the overland map. So use your connection points to see where you might want to go and travel and look and check out. I hope this helps your shopping experience in New Britannia. Take care, everybody. Happy hunting and be safe.
All right, congratulations, our first weekly winners for the contest.
Yeah, great job, Caballero and Lace. And speaking of winners, we have our tree winners here for the 2017 Tabletop Yule Trees. Congrats to Thane Lord 32 and Tenix Corp for winning one of those. Please message Barrick if you're in Discord or Shroud of the Avatar if you're on Twitch, and let us know what you won and the name of your character so that we can award it to you soon. Maybe today, maybe Monday. We'll get it to you as quickly as possible. We have some more news to talk about, right?
Yeah, so first I just wanted to give a big, huge thank you to everyone for our last telethon. Our Release 48 postmortem went fantastic. We switched to a new format. We added back in our deep dives like we used to do, so focused more on providing you guys more information, less sort of free form Q&A. Seemed to go really well. We raised over $75,000 during the telethon. Got a lot of the stretch goals. We got the ice elemental statue, the ice hot tub. Makes no sense. It's made out of ice and it's full of hot water. That's what makes it awesome.
But it's refreshing.
And ice sword and ice shield. We didn't quite make it to the ice dragon, but there's next time. And just a huge, huge thank you to everybody. It went fantastic, and all the community that came out and helped us run it. It was great time, and we'll see you guys at the next telethon, R49. And also this week we put out our annual. We're going to make it an annual report at the end of the year going forward. We hadn't been doing them annually, but we'll start doing them annually. But we did our annual report for how much money we've raised to date for our Make a Difference store, and which is over $40,000. We've raised $44,111.79 to date through our Make a Difference store. So thank you everyone who's purchased items from the Make a Difference store. You guys are making a huge difference. It's pretty amazing. And so post is on the website, so please take a look, and you can see all the details of the different organizations we've given to, like water.org, different blood charities, Doctors Without Borders, Autism Awareness, Breast Cancer Foundation, and many more. So thank you very much, community. We announced this week with Release 49 going live, we're making some changes to our free trial system. We're going to be limiting how far you can advance your skills to. You can only now advance your skills to level 50 before you could sort of advance them as far as you wanted. And we're also going to be limiting it so you can only play in the path of courage. Before you could play all 3 paths, and now we're just going to make it so you can only play along the path of courage. You won't be able to start truth or love. But with those changes, with these new limits in place, that means we're going to be able to leave the free trial up all the time, and we believe that that's going to really give consumers the ability to try the game before they buy it. And with those limits in place and the other limits we already had in place, where players couldn't trade, they can't own property, they can't flag open PvP, with those limits in place, that we don't feel like we have any risk for damaging the economy or things like that. So we're excited about those changes. Speaking of excited, I am super freaking excited because I get to do a DJ set. I passed my DJ test. Slightly rocky at first, but I got it done.
Is it one of those online ones you can pay just off?
No. Like, it was a live thing with Avatars Radio, where they walked me through the software, and I did a test. And after I got the mic working, everything went great.
As I understand it, DJs, when they DJ, they get to pick the music.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have a full set for the release party next Friday. DJ Dark Star. You will laugh, you will cry.
I'm already laughing and crying.
Yes, it will be better than Cats. You might even shake your booty. So 2 p.m. Next Friday, Lux Sanctuary. Tune in to Avatars Radio if you can't be there. It will be the best ever, and just better than Cats.
We put the weekly update out, and it's listed in there too.
Yeah.
If you need a refresher.
So I'm super excited by that. I've always wanted to DJ. So I love music. I had to pare down my CD collection from like 3,000 to 2,000 CDs. So
wow.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
It's pretty crazy. Now, of course, everything's digital, but I still convinced my wife that I needed my CDs for some odd reason. Anyway, neither here nor there. Release 49, of course, is happening next week. A reminder, the release is early because I'm not a Scrooge, despite the fact that I wear a lot of black, and I allow the team to have holidays. So the release is not at the end of the month, it's in the middle of the month, so the team can have time off. So it's next week. Surprise! We already have Release 49 up on the QA server, and as a reminder, if you play and test on the QA server, then you can be part of the testing incentives program and get some of the cool bug-related items like the bug paintings and the bug cloak and the antenna and stuff like that. And R49, despite being another early release and a little shorter time frame, my team somehow, I believe, has discovered time travel or something like that, and they managed to get a ton of stuff done. And if you manage to look at the R49 release notes over on QA, they are amazing. A ton of cool stuff, including this is the first release where we've really gotten a focus on frame rate improvements. The previous releases, we've been focused on load time improvements, and we've gotten that mostly where we want it. Good enough where we feel like we could shift focus to frame rate. And so we've made really good strides forward on frame rate. So like 10 frames per second across the board in every scene. And in some scenes, even double the frame rate. So, I mean, you're gonna see some really, really great improvements. We got new scenes like East Longfall Wetlands, Elysium Mines. We've added and a new Desert Roving Encounter, which you guys are going to see today, I think, later.
That's right.
We've added more ore to every single tier 1 and tier 2 scene has more ore in it now. And the creatures that you fight inside those new tier 2 mines that we added last release, now those guys have a chance to drop ore on them when you kill them. We're continuing to expand the gear, the virtue gear. So now there's gloves. So if you want to keep collecting all the pieces of the virtue gear, you can now get the gloves. There's going to be lots of new recipes in R49, including in-game craftable versions of a bunch of the winter stuff that we added last release. So the Yule boxes and the what were we talking about?
I don't know.
The stockings. The
Yes.
stockings. Those. And some of them making different stuff, craftable versions of those. Oh, and my favorite, a gingerbread house. But to make the gingerbread house, B and I discussed it. You first have to make gingerbread.
That makes sense.
So it's, of course, because you have to make gingerbread before
then you can
make
eat it
gingerbread.
afterward, right?
Yeah.
So don't let it rain.
Yeah. And a bunch of UI polish continues. And the new updated visuals for the Norgard barbarians, all the different animal clans, which, by the way, finally got us off our butts to make a wild boar, because we made, what was funny is we made one of the clans be the clan of the boar, and his hat, he doesn't, like all the other clans have their cool, like their stag hat and their dragon hat and their, their bear hat, and then like the poor boar clan guys like just have like a leather hat, and we're like, well, that's lame. Like, why doesn't he have like a boar hat?
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we don't have wild boars. And we're like, oh, well, we should totally have wild boars. So next release, we're going to work on wild boars, and also we're going to be polishing up a bunch of creatures. Oh, and finally, in R49, a bunch of improvements to NPC behaviors. The dragon's going to be cooler to fight. You can now interrupt mages, NPC mages. You can interrupt them when they're casting, and also the NPC mages that heal themselves. We've also increased their cooldown on how often they can heal themselves. So those NPCs that were chain healing themselves, that's been fixed. So it's going to be great. So please, if you want to get some cool bug-related items, check it out on QA, or you can wait till a much more stable version to jump on the release that'll come out, of course, at a normal time on Thursday. And you can check out a lot of what I just described in this week's update that just came out earlier today. And I think that's everything I needed to cover. And so next up, we've got our favorite bunny, Bob.
Is he dressed as the bunny again?
I don't know. I don't know if he's dressed as a bunny today.
I think every time he's been on a live stream, he has had something. See what happens.
I don't know what he's going to surprise us with. But he's been working on, and this was a player request actually, and we love to work on things that the players requested. So Bob made you guys. So we introduced clocks a few releases ago, right? And immediately someone was like, "Oh my God, we should have clock towers." Like we have a bell tower already. And so we made you guys clock towers, and we made a clock tower. There's two versions. There's one that you can craft in the game, and there's one that we can get on the store, because we are very committed to always having craftable versions of stuff, not just store things.
Well,
so
the clock is ticking. So
yeah, so I'm gonna go get Bob.
All right, thank you, Star. All right, so we've given away the 2017 tabletop Yule Tree already, and we have the ornate sleigh or sled of your choice and the snowman mask left. Let's go with the choice, ornate sleigh or sled. The sleigh is this more elaborate. I don't know if actually two people can sit in it. I think so, but it's a two-seat like the thing Santa would use, and then the sled is the kids would use down the sled, like as a sled. Right, Bob? Hey, Bob. See, I knew it. See, he's wearing something. Very, very nice.
Hello.
How you doing, Bob? So we were just giving away something here as we transition to your segment, and we're going to give away the ornate sleigh or sled of their choice. So if you want a chance to win one of these, type ornate, exclamation ornate. And we'll give that a few minutes while we transition over to Bob. Bob, what have you been working on?
Actually, it's kind of a long story. I've had two things that I've done that have to have some revisions done to them. So I can only show two things, and those are the new clock towers.
Yes. More than one? There's two?
There's a plain and an ornate clock tower.
Oh, okay. So the plain is the one that you can craft in the game.
Yes.
Okay.
That you put in. I think it's free.
Oh, I don't know if you can craft it.
No,
Okay. Well, we're gonna figure that one out later. Meanwhile, we're just gonna see what awesome work visually you've been working on. So we have Unity set up here. I'm gonna switch over to that. Hopefully seamless. So see what happens. Oh, look, there it is.
It's the wrong one.
That's okay. There it is. So we just had a little outdated frame there because I left it on the other one. So I'm going to move this up here, and you can take it away.
Basically, Sarah, I think, working. I say her name.
Sure, everybody knows her.
Oh, good. She came up with the idea to do some clock towers. So Star assigned me like a plain one and then an ornate one. So this is what I did. They're just deco items. They're not, player houses.
Are these look pretty large? Now there's no reference
They're
point.
huge.
Yeah, so they're definitely outdoor deco.
Correct. Yeah. You can walk through them and we should get closer.
Can we actually spawn a person or an object that will give people the reference of just how big and grand these clock towers are? All right, so now we're loading into the. I was explaining to everybody who's watching, we are in Unity and we were just in the, what do you call it? Not the play mode, but the.
There is the editor and then there is the play mode, and now we're in play mode.
Okay. Oh, we have a person right here. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, I just went into play mode.
Okay.
That's why. So this gives you an idea of the scale of these guys. So that's the plain one. Oh my God, Sarah is here. She's staring at me. Sarah, come in.
So, all right, I'll stop before we get sued.
So I just credited Sarah as the person who suggested that we make these clock towers.
Did you just credit me?
I did.
He did.
Oh
yeah.
my God. I was like, I didn't even hear it. And I was like, I just need to go to the room
She
and
sensed
bother
it.
Bob. I sensed it.
Everyone loves bothering
my
me.
Serafina sense is tingling.
I see.
We actually have a question here from Ekondus.
Okay.
Do the clock towers come with lightning rods, or are they vulnerable to chain lightning? Great question.
It's so great a question. I have no idea what the answer is.
The answer to that is not yet, so be wary around it during thunderstorms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And don't let your mother hit on you.
What?
Wait, what?
Back to the Future.
Oh, right. Yes. I thought
we were doing a bit.
The vast majority of the people probably have not. Poll everybody. Have you seen the movies Back to the Future?
I mean, if you live in the United States, they're on like TNT like 5 times a week. So.
Oh, we got yeses coming in here. Okay.
So, anyway, we've got I've got 4 new player houses coming up, but we're just in the midst of doing some changes to them. So, sorry to be so boring this time around.
Did you mention that the clock can tell time?
The clock does tell time.
What kind of time?
In the world, yeah. We have a script that makes the clock handles hit the right hour and minute.
Very cool, and that's we have in game New Britannia time, which is our local time here in Austin of Central. I say Central time all the time because it's just when is it standard in daylight, and then we have daylight savings time here in the United States. Very confusing. We have
New Britannia time moves a little bit faster than real world.
Yes,
time.
That's true.
So
how fast?
Ooh, I don't know.
Quite a
There's
bit faster.
probably somebody. Dr. Bob probably knows.
Yeah, so
not this Bob.
A lot of people in the community.
This Bob's not a doctor.
I'm the dopey Bob.
Still starts with D.
Speaking of
dopey, she's not allowed to.
Sarah, you gotta scoot over.
Here's a good question from Minerva. Do they chime on the hour or chime at all?
No,
I didn't even think about not.
They
not
don't
right now.
So we have wall clocks, mantle clocks, and grandfather clocks that you can also get in the add-on store or craft, and those tick. This I think would be a big sound if it were ticking, but maybe we should ask Kat if she wants to make sound effects for this.
And that's perfect, actually. That's a great segue because right after Bob is done talking about the clocks, then we're going to bring in Kat, who is going to talk about some of the sound effects.
Yes.
In fact, some very special ones. No spoilers yet here because you just gotta wait to see it and hear it. So, anything else to show about these clock towers?
Not really. I'm sorry. This is so boring.
Can you do?
It's not
Have we
boring.
done? Well, have we done a spin around? Do a spin around. Like go around them and just a little quick tour, and then we'll bring in Kat and talk about some of her stuff. So here you see everybody the east side.
Bob, you're gonna give everybody motion
I'm so
sickness.
sick. Oh, look at
Did
that.
he not just ask me to
So the
fly
actual
around the thing?
So we have the clock on two sides, right? Not on.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah.
neat. So you got a couple of different faces there. That's cool.
Did you talk about what inspired you to?
Yes, it was a certain Miss Sarah Dworkin.
That's right.
Oh.
So-
I already told you.
Well,
I told them.
mean, like actually. So the ornate one is obviously kind of Big Ben-ish.
Yes, looks like that. That was the thing I was thinking of actually.
Big Ben-ish.
Well, that never even crossed my mind
Well,
when I
it's
made it.
just like so ingrained in your brain.
Well, here's another question. Once again from Encounters. Great questions here, everybody. Do they have stairs to climb to the top?
No, these are deco items. They are not player houses.
So well, that's a good reference.
And also, there's on this one, I guess there's a place to go if we made that happen. But this one does not have any kind of like outdoor porch or ceiling anything.
So the craftable one, you can put a chair on the top if you can get to the top.
You cannot,
Ooh.
Sarah.
Yes, you can.
No.
So how do you get to the top is probably the better question. Well, here we have another question. Actually, we don't have a question. We have a statement. Thank you, Titiana Zelia. The clock is awesome, not boring. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like it when we have stuff that's like kind of functional but also decorative.
Yeah.
Functional and feng shui all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Well, speaking of functional and feng shui, just wait until you see the next stuff we have to show everybody. Could you, unless you have something else you want to say, Bob,
Nope.
if you can go get Kat for us.
I'm done.
All right, thank you, Bob.
Bye, guys. Good to see you.
If you have any questions for Bob,
Bye, Bob.
he is available 24/7 at 1-900. I'm just kidding.
Hey.
I'll give
easy.
everyone Bob's personal phone number later.
All right, so we're going to show. Well, I want to tell them it's so cool what Kat has been working on. Some of the things that have already been in the game.
Yeah.
She's our sound designer, so she works on a lot of the effects sound-wise for some of these items. And she has a couple that she's going to show here. We're going to start with a couple of videos to give the audio.
Greetings.
Hello, Kat.
Hi. Sit down.
All right, let me. I'm gonna swap over to our main screen here, so you can introduce yourself.
Hi.
And so Sarah will be back. I think she's going on a shopping spree or something at the moment.
Okay.
Can you lock the?
I will.
just,
I will
shut
lock
the door.
it. You
Yeah, don't lock
so
it.
that Sarah
I wouldn't
can't
know
come
how
in?
you would lock it. Huh?
Lock it so Sarah can't.
Oh,
come
there's
in.
no way to lock it, as far as I know, anyway. Door jam, I suppose.
Okay.
So we have Unity up here. I'm going to just minimize that for a second. Bob was showing off the clock towers. Oh, here she is again.
Ooh, clock towers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna need sound.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about that. Actually.
Okay.
And the community came up with the idea of, well, they had a question. What did they say? Does it chime or something?
Yeah. So.
What?
So, oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe you can see it there, I suppose. Or
Yeah,
unless you want
check
to
it
stand
out.
up. Nice.
It matches like very something.
So only if you like it, you can keep it.
Are these Christmas presents? Do I get one?
I mean,
You
you
can,
can fit in it
I
too.
probably have one, yeah.
You're
I could.
It
Actually,
doesn't-
actually, speaking of shirts here, this is very lovely. But somebody earlier, I didn't want to mention it, but I'm going to mention it now. They said how nice my wolf shirt was. My one in
Yeah.
my 70 wolf shirts, by the way. It's crazy.
You got lots of wool shirts.
Yes,
That's
my
really
entire
cool.
closet. It's like literally.
So I think for all subsequent streams, you should wear wool shirts. Like, does that
I
sound
think
reasonable?
the community has noticed a few of them over the time I've been here,
Aw.
and maybe I'll make it more of a priority to rotate them as could do a little like trivia like or contest, or like write something on it and then see if they notice, or
Okay,
you know,
yeah.
something like
Or
that.
we can do like
I think I'm making
an
too big
auction
of a
one
deal.
day of wool shirts.
No, let's not get crazy here. They're limited. They're highly valuable, limited
Really?
supply.
It does. So I
Sarah's got muscles.
can't fit in things anymore because my arms have gotten too
There
big. I'm
goes-
wearing a
there
giant.
goes your muscles.
I'll take it. I don't want to like strip on camera.
What do you, oh, you're changing. Okay,
Sarah
so
has lots of muscles. I don't have muscles. I have taco.
So like my arms are too big now for like women's clothing. So and my back is too big because I'm
Nice.
too big. But
All right.
anyway, we're supposed to
okay,
talk about
we're out of
that.
time, everybody.
Anyway.
Sarah, be a fitness.
Seraphita Fitness. We
Nice.
need buffer female avatars.
Hey.
What do you say?
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so
People were asking about the clock tower.
yes. It was a great idea, and we showed the clock towers, and they asked, well, do they chime?
Well, that's the first time I've heard about the clock towers. So yes, they should chime.
Better question: Can they theoretically chime someday?
Why could they not chime?
Yeah.
I mean,
So maybe
yes,
someday.
yes.
We'll jeer
Yeah.
that. We will
Yeah,
jeer that.
jeer that.
And then there was a thing about stairs, which is a whole nother level.
Oh my gosh,
Which I thought,
what?
well, how do you get
Is
to
that
the
a
top?
joke? Are you making
No,
a-
how do you get to
Oh,
the
I
top
thought it
of
was
them,
a whole
right?
nother level.
You know, I mean, like if you have to fix the clock, it breaks, or you just want a nice view of the town. Like, how do you get to the top? And supposedly you can put stuff up there secretly if you have GM commands, I think.
Oh my.
Well, you could.
Could you get
like
up there somehow?
you could.
Or you drop off a...
I know you guys are clever. You can figure out a way to get on top of those.
First, you get this clock towers. First ones who show us how to get to the top will get our... Wow.
I like this. I like this comment.
Wolf shirt.
Yeah.
Sarah can bench Bob. I bet she could. Yeah.
All right, so
Probably.
I love...
I could probably lift Bob though.
Really, you think so?
Yeah.
You could bench us combined.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Kind of
that
like
would be pretty easy.
125,
What?
130. Yeah.
Wow.
You could probably do that, yeah. Anyway, I love to talk about this all day, but we have more prizes to give away, so let's give away the... Oh, yes, I almost forgot. I promise I will not leave you guys hanging with prizes I say we're going to give away, and then we cut the stream. I've done that a few times.
Oh, rude.
But we had the Ornate Slayer sled. We already have winners for that. Bakiddo and another kid, interestingly. Bakiddo and Kid Gundam.
Ooh.
That was a really good song.
Gundam?
Yeah.
I
Is
just
that
thought-
what
That's
it's called?
Gangnam style.
Whoops,
Wow.
never
Gundam-
mind.
Well, here, how about
Is that
this
different?
segue? I recently saw the giant Gundam that they added in Japan, the newest
Yeah.
one.
Oh, the
The
newest.
unicorn Gundam. Yeah.
What?
Oh, man,
Unicorn?
it's
Really?
huge. 65 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I want to-
I tried to save it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gundam
Okay.
is a giant robot.
Yeah.
Well, this is how much I know about that. Anyway,
We got
so
your back.
we're giving away one of those, not the robot. The choice of the Ornate Sleigh or sled, and again it goes to Bakiddo and Kid Gundam. Please message Barrick on Discord if you're on Discord with the name of the item and your choice, since this is a choice now, and the name of your character. If you're on Twitch, message Shroud of the Avatar. And I just realized I said I was going to give away one of these, but guess what? I just gave away two. I did it again. I always do that. Now, I'm gonna have to-
Matthew's mistake is your prize. I
I'm-
was like, wait, I can't think of
Your-
anything
your
that rhymes
gate?
with
Oh.
mistake.
Mistake.
I'm gonna have to actually give away
Make,
like three.
Rake?
Ooh, rake and move.
Yeah, right. Oh,
We
yeah.
need sound effects for that.
Okay, yeah.
You have a lot of work,
a lot
don't
of
you?
things. There's a lot.
So let's get into
Yeah,
it. Let's
okay.
actually show off
It's a great, actually,
the
it's a
videos.
great segue. Let me just, hello.
Yes, this is Kat.
Hi.
I don't know if I actually introduced you, but
Yeah, hi, I'm Kat. I think I popped into the stream maybe 2 or 3 months when I first started here. So, yes, I'm also known as Bread Vendor on the forums. So you are welcome to send me a message. I might be a little slow to get to them because there's a lot of work that I have to do for Shroud of the Avatar, which is great because which is great because I feel like I can talk about some of the stuff that I have been working on, since audio is kind of the black magic of the game industry. Like, people don't really seem to know what goes into it, including a lot of my coworkers, including, I don't know, sometimes myself. So it's kind of neat. And there's so much that I want to improve in the game, and there's so much that I'm hoping you're looking forward to, but it'll be kind of a slow process because I need to help support the new players because I want them to get a really nice experience but also give you guys like a nice feel for some of the newer content that we're getting and some sounds that will follow with that.
Yeah, the sounds of the audio is definitely one of those cohesive immersion binding things in a game that will, if it's not good, then it's one of those things that's like, well, it's like sandpaper as I'm trying to play
It
the
can
game.
definitely break immersion like super easily.
Fortunately, we got a really talented sound designer.
Yes.
So it's all good now.
And it adds like texture to the game. So one of the things you added a couple of releases ago was sound effects to the UI, which I didn't even realize I was missing it. But now it's like it feels meatier. It feels like you're touching it more.
Like there's some muscle to the game.
Yeah, some muscle.
There's muscle to the game.
Did you know if you click the report a bug button, it actually has the sound of like a stomp, but a little squish of like a little bug. Like I think it's really cute because it also means we're gonna get that fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hypothetical.
It's subliminal messaging.
But yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to focus on the game now that you might not notice right away, like UI. And most recently, I was working with a lot of the designers and the programmers to get footsteps in. So it's kind of a slow process, but footsteps in particular, I think, are really important for a player.
And in different, like...
There's different textures.
Yeah, depending on where you're stepping.
Yeah, so there's even snow and sand. They sound similar, but they are different. And there's also, like, grass and dirt and rubble and
walking on stone versus wood. Yeah.
Water. I'm just kidding.
No, well, we're gonna use the water for something else.
Oh.
But
I was like envisioning, like an ocean, like you're walking on water.
You don't walk on the water.
We have like we have a new swampy scene, East Longfell wetland.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That needs a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the designers have been really, really, really helpful.
You're gonna use her. Yeah.
I already have some for that, thank you. The designers have been super helpful because they actually have to go into each scene and tag that material. So it's a very, very tedious process since there are so many levels, as you guys know.
So it's not just like, here's the sound and magically it's in the...
Yeah.
Like you have other people that need to connect it.
Yes. And so like I've been kind of like poking through the forums, and I'm really quiet about it, but I'll poke through it and I see your comments. And for example, one of the things that I've noticed a lot about is people are talking about the VO. VO is really difficult, and that's like a whole new segment that I could talk about
the
forever.
voiceovers.
Yes, voiceovers. And right now they're temp, and we're going to definitely re-record stuff and record more variations. But one of the things that I've noticed is like you have bandits, but they all sound like the same bandit. So I want to make sure.
It's all Scotty.
So I want to make sure we have variety, but it's not an easy thing to fix because we can't just go ahead and throw in new ones and there's a whole plethora. What happens is if they are sharing the same animation, then I don't want all of a sudden you have the bandit making an old man voice and all of a sudden he's really young and then all of a sudden he's a different person completely. So there's going to be a lot of work that I need to do with the programmers and maybe some of the artists, and it's just a whole collaborative effort to really improve this house.
Oh, very cool. And you have some things that maybe we should show them now.
Yeah.
We're going to show a couple of video examples. And then some still screenshots.
Yes.
What should we start with?
Let's start with the toilet because
the toilet.
Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't heard this one yet.
Okay, great.
Here we go. Okay.
The toilet.
So I recorded a video of it because it's a little bit faster than doing a thing. So.
Okay, and that is our Twitch. Not the right one.
That's not it. But we're close.
Hold on. Yeah,
really
we're close.
It's like you're looking inside yourself.
Yeah, here's a toilet. So this is the cobalt toilet.
All right. See, I knew I did it.
Yeah,
I had a
it's okay.
special little category for you, and I went to the other one anyway. So here's our toilet.
Oh, actually, let me just go ahead and poke at this really quick. This is a really great question by Pivo. Yes. So one of the things that I'm sure all of you know is there's so much dialogue in the game, and one of the issues is that if we record a line for every single scripted thing, that's a lot of time on our part and a lot of recording. And if we realistically, if you think about also localization, which is translated to other languages, that'll be very, very expensive. So that is something that we need to reassess. And I think there are some tricks that we can do to kind of give a nice feel to the scenes that have a lot of VO. without giving us like so much of an overhead and so much memory usage. So we can get back to that. Please feel free to ask questions as well. But here is a toilet.
And then
Boop, boop, boop.
that uses a lot of water. It's definitely not an energy.
Oh, and there's a little. Yeah.
That's a toilet. Do I need to click on? No, we're fine. So yes, that's our toilet. That flush is so long. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
The kobolds.
Like, are they? Do they really have that much going on?
Yeah.
Apparently so. I mean, look at that toilet. There's even a monitor readout or whatever at the top there.
So something I think is really neat is thinking about how to do that sound. And normally you think like, okay, it's a toilet, so it's a toilet flushing. But I actually have an image here of what my session looks like for that. And by session, I mean the when I use my program to do sound design, what the actual sound design process looks like. So, let me click on.
We only have one video, right?
We have 2 videos.
Oh, okay.
So this is what my session looks like. It is very small because I tried to get everything to fit in the thingy. And let's back that up. That's a little too much.
Enhance.
So, and this is really neat, I think, because it's not just the flushing of a toilet. There's a lot of other things that are going in here as well. So I actually have different recordings of toilets that I have, as well as other source material. I have some metal creaking, a lot of other metal creaking, and this one I think is really neat. I have seals. Right now, seals are my jam. They add such a really nice texture. And I think that's what's really neat about sound design is you can mesh together a lot of different things that might be everyday objects as well as other animals that you would not expect to hear in a sound. And so, for example, you might have UI, and UI is just the user interface stuff. So maybe you're clicking on some command buttons, and it sounds like it's just one sound, but that might actually be 5 to 10 different sounds meshed together to make that one little blip that's less than a second long. And that's sound design. That's straight up black magic, I think. And my favorite things to use for UI especially are things like crickets or birds, because there's a lot of little nuances that you get between that can really add to something. Let's see, I see something like, can we get a bidet? Oh man. Yes, it is Pro Tools. That is correct. I use Pro Tools for my sound design, and then when I do music stuff, which I haven't done any music for Shroud of the Avatar, I use Cubase for music. 3 shells? What are you talking about?
The one, the movie, where the guy is frozen over. What's the movie, everybody?
What are we talking about?
He's frozen over like 30 years, and it's the future where apparently you don't use toilet paper.
Blast from the past?
Okay. No, you use
Okay.
these seashells, which is demolition.
Oh.
I like that he's got this long explanation. You guys are like, it's demolition.
Wait, he's frozen from caveman times. Right?
Well, I think that
No, I
whole,
think it's something that's
there's
something
a plot
else.
problem in that movie, but let's anyway.
Yeah. So this is the toilet. It sounds, again, just like it might be a regular toilet. But let me say, regular toilets don't flush for that long. That flush, I don't know, it's like 12-second flush or something like that. Like, that toilet's really booking it.
Yeah, that might have been something that we probably should have, shortened.
I
But
was really
QA
surprised.
just was too fascinated by the flushing toilet and the sparks.
Yeah, and so, I have some source material that are library pulls, and then I'll use that to kind of manipulate to make something sound more like, this is what a toilet sounds like. But I do have another one that I'm excited. Boss toilet. Yes, it is a Boss toilet. I bet you that seat is a heated toilet seat, and I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I miss heated toilet seats.
You're
But
gonna
it's
show
metal,
another
so-
video. Let's
Yes.
actually, before you click that,
Yeah.
let's go to VLC, close VLC, and just fire up that other video, and then
I shall.
I think it'll auto attach it to that.
well, it's going. What could it be?
Yeah,
Question mark.
What do you guys think it is?
Okay, go to the beginning of it,
Oh, by the way, there's going to be spoilers.
and then I think.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. So if you don't want to see it, close your
Spoilers.
eyes.
Spoiler for the love path. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct.
I think it'll.
Boop.
There it is. Okay,
So
sorry.
this is another one that I was working on this week, last week, one of those weeks, which is the ending for the, what's it called? Sequanna. Sounds like sequoia, but Sequanna.
Sequanna.
So yes, and then we'll talk about some of the process that I went through as well.
Multi-monders. There's our toilet in back, everybody.
Toilet, hold up, toilet. I'm gonna go ahead and play that video one more time so you can kind of hopefully get to that video. Hey. Oh, hey.
It might play the toilet again. Just FYI, everybody, we don't know which one's on. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Right, toilet. Okay, let's stop it before the toilet.
Quick stop.
Okay.
First back on toilet cam.
Yeah, main screen, full camera.
Main screen, full camera. So that is the Sequanna finale. What is it? Seriously, the ending was totally anticlimactic for it. Yeah, because it didn't have any sounds. And that's one of the neat things. Like, sounds can completely reshape an experience. Like, can you imagine watching a horror movie without sounds? It just takes away the whole excitement from it. And I do have another image of what the Sequanna thingy looks like. I'm just going to go poke at that, and then we'll go right back in here again. Boop, 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 we'll go to cat. And
yeah, the Sequanna, that sounded really good. It kind of reminded me of like the Never-Ending Story, the when they get to the end and it's the Great Tower with the childlike empress.
Oh yeah, that's been a while.
So,
like the kind of atmospheric noise.
Yeah. So check this out. This is much more involved than the toilet, as it should be. Yeah. And I could not really get it to fit all on the screen, so I had to like make everything super, 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 super small. But there are some really neat things that I added in here. I think they're neat, at least, because I mean, what does it sound like when you have energy building up? That's just all up to the sound designer. So I actually have things like a drag race car in here that helps kind of build up that anticipation. And I also have some seals in there too, because again, seals are my jam right now. I really like seals. They give like a super nice texture. Do I even have that? I don't have that on here, then you can't really tell. But I also have cabbages. I have cabbages. I tore up cabbages to give a sound of that ice. I tore cabbages. I used glass shattering. I used a whole bunch of weird things like wood also, some birds as well. And they're things that you wouldn't normally pick up right off the bat, as you shouldn't really pick up right off the bat, because then that means I'm not doing my job well. But there's a lot of strange shenanigans that I have here, and this is overall what my session looks like, just so I can kind of keep track. I'm like, okay, the chains break here, and this is when the thingy bursts. I implemented it yesterday, and actually I need to re-edit my file because it looks like it's not timing properly. So I think because of some of the triggers, it sometimes falls off a little bit, so I need to go re-implement that. But it's nice to know that there is some sound that is coming in the game. So yeah, I like this joke here. Has a seal of approval. So yeah, there's a lot of witchcraft that goes into sound design, and you shouldn't, know what it is right away, because again, that means I'm not doing my job right. If you're like, hey, why is there a seal moaning while the energy's building up? Like, that's just really strange.
Spoiler: Sequanna has a pet seal.
He's hiding it, but that's actually why Sequanna's stuck there. Because the seal's like, please, I would like some more fish, please.
You gotta keep feeding it.
Yes, I saw a comment earlier about BO stuff. So what my plan is to do is like I kind of want to do a little bit of a Simlish, but less of a comical Simlish. I worked on something called Age of Empires Online before, and I think we did a really good job with kind of giving like, hey, this is you're talking to a person, and they're giving that confirmation sound or like signing stuff like that. And I think something if we do something similar, that'll really add to the game and give a nice variety. And there's a lot of really great people here that can do excellent voices. Like I've talked to some people just in the past, you know, and I'm listening to them and I'm listening to them and I'm really listening to them. Like this person, I would like to record, please. And one of the things that I want to watch out for is I know that there are some people in the community that can do great voices, but I really want consistency. I want to make sure we're recording in the same environment, we're using the same microphone, because that makes editing on my part a lot easier, and especially if we're recording a fair amount of stuff. And it's odd to think that you might have like a script, and the script can actually be a lot easier to read, but exertions are really hard.
Yeah. So I'm the voice of the female avatar, so at all the like weirdness, it is me. But
we can like there's so much that we can clean up about it. Like sometimes it's just the directing.
Yeah.
So
Kat didn't record those, FYI. But like yeah, so it was something like, you know, do like crying is easy to do, laughing is even easy, but stuff like say no or whatever, like shake your head no, it's like like that or something. Yeah. It's hard to convey that without going like no.
Right, yeah. I mean, plus you have things where it's just exertions in particular are not something that is natural to us. Like we don't I don't pick up his phone and I'm like like that's just really weird. You just go like that's hard. That's really hard. So if you tell someone like I need you to pretend you're swinging something, it's hard to be like you need to be more guttural, and they just might be like and it kind of sounds dumb. Like it just sounds really dumb.
Like even laughing. So this is something that's kind of fun to practice at home. So most people are like, okay, pretend to laugh. They go ha 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 like that.
That sounds
and
like the
that's
scariest thing I've ever heard.
Most of the time when you laugh, it's because you're surprised. So you're not taking a big deep breath in, but you let your breath out, and then like that.
Yeah, and there's so much variety with what a laugh is. Like hers can sound more coy, or you could have like maybe your laugh sounds more like I don't know.
You'll find
like,
out.
She's like
yeah. Or,
well, it's a range, and it depends too. Like now that we're on the subject of laughing, it's like you can giggle, you can have crying kind of laughs, and you can have these like it's such a powerful reaction to something that nothing comes out. You're just like. You know, you're like ready. You can't actually make a noise.
Absolutely. And then when you have a mic in front of you, like that just changes the whole game. I knew this one guy that he has an amazing natural voice, but then you put a mic and he just sounded like not like a seal, because seals are really cool.
Seals are awesome.
It was just all over the place. Like, man, how did this happen? How did this happen?
So Candace just asked if I could do the yoo-hoo sound effect live. I know it's so annoying. And part of it is because too many NPCs do it.
Yes.
It's not supposed to be like all the time,
Yoo-hoo.
but I'll do it. I mean, that was like, I think that was the first and only take, and total disclaimer.
And it's a great yoo-hoo.
Like, so like personally, I think it sounds really good for like the barmaids or for merchants, but for like, just like a refugee who has a quest. Yoo-hoo, I'm a refugee.
Well, yeah, I mean, and again, once we get more variety, I think that'll add a lot. And there aren't so many ladies in this office, so you might end up hearing a lot of us trying to do different takes on things. But I really think it'll be okay, guys. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
A lot of it can simply be just directing. And I've directed some sessions before. I've worked on other games. But then some of it also is just time. And there's so much in this game that we want to improve. So please continue to be patient as things slowly make their way into the game. And let me know if I'm rambling, because I can just go on about
Well,
audio.
speaking of time, we have one more thing here, and we are at 5 o'clock. So let's bring Kat back on. think you need to come
Let's
back
do it.
for another session. Maybe your own
I
session.
have so many things
You have other
to talk
things
about.
to show?
I have so many things, so many audio
Awesome.
thoughts, guys.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
many.
Maybe we can do like, well, there's a lot of things. We can even show them on a session what,
Oh, man.
how you go about recording too, like a voiceover.
Do we have any time to show the Oracle chamber? Because it's really cool.
Oh,
We don't have time.
we
Oh,
have to
sorry,
move on.
guys.
So we'll leave that for the next time. Don't let me forget.
Okay, no.
And we'll do that next time. If one of you could go get Keith, please.
I can get Keith.
We are
What
moving
if I
on
just
to
keep talking?
Keith, who is going to show us the actual promotion of this live stream.
Ah.
We always kind of
I
promote
hooked it up.
No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
gosh.
No.
You should have kicked me out. I'm sorry.
Hey, Keith. We had so much fun with sounds here. We were like laughing and
I was listening.
crying and.
Were you really? Oh, see? You're perfect.
See, there we go. Awesome. Until
I
next
am
time.
perfect.
Thank you, Kat.
By the way, did you talk about this yet?
What is that? Oh,
Boston Chronicle.
Yeah. What's in it? I
Page
actually haven't seen it
46.
yet. Are we in it? We're in it.
Got a picture right there. Boston Chronicle, page 46. Thank you very much for
Very
the
nice.
little write-up.
Thank you, guys.
Holiday gift guide. Shroud the Avatar, Forsaken Virtues.
And we're at the top of the list for the holiday gift
we
guide.
Are.
So there you go. That's really neat. I think they actually, now that you mentioned it, they tweeted it out and it's on the web too. So you can
Really?
we actually did too. So you can find it on our Shroud Avatar Twitter channel. Okay, so I don't know how much you had planned to show, but we are on negative time actually.
Okay,
So
yeah,
if you
we can
guys,
go
we can end
relatively
it now,
quick.
guys, if you want, and I can kick Keith out, or unless you have 5-10 minutes, stick around. Keith's going to show some stuff. Right before you do that, though, let's give away the last prize of the day. Don't forget, by the way, Twitter, tweet us, and you'll get a chance at the end of this live stream to win the 2017 Yule gift set, which contains the Yule cards. Get 5 of those. The boxes, put them under your Christmas tree, and stockings over the fireplace or whatever. You get a pack of that, and that's for a random Twitter winner.
I just want to say, they're saying, bring Cat back, bring Cat back.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have an entire session just for Kat. She was showing me a bunch of stuff before this live stream, and I was like, oh, we only gave you 10 minutes or 15 or whatever.
It's with a K, by the way. I see some people aren't sure.
Kat. It's like Kit Kat, the little chocolate bar.
K-A-T.
All right, so we'll definitely do that, guys. The prize we'll give away right now, and we'll let this roll a few minutes as Keith talks about some things. 2017 Snowman Mask with a Stovepipe Hat. Type exclamation snowman if you want a chance to win that. And we're only giving away 1 of those. Don't let me give away 2 this time. We're giving
Okay.
away 1.
Just 1.
Yeah.
Except if it's 2.
Except if it's 2
Okay.
or 3. All right, so what do we need here? Unity?
Yes, we need Unity.
Okay, so we will
You could switch for me.
Yeah, we're
You're
gonna.
the master of switching the cameras.
We almost got it perfect this time. We've been really working hard on it. There it is. So we have the clock towers that Bob was showing at the beginning of the live stream. Just go ahead and
Switch
do
to
your
Unity
thing
down
there.
here. Okay.
Actually, take this thing right here
Where's the mouse? There it is. This?
and move that up there so we can monitor it during. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Oh, it's nighttime now too.
I am going to. So we're still play mode?
Yeah, we're in play mode right now, so you need to switch that. Is that right?
Nah. Let's just roll with it. So yeah, load level. Cheating to go to Novia.
All right.
So what I'm going to talk about is a couple of related things. One, we've made some updates to some random encounters. We've added a new random encounter, and I've added in some quests that may sometimes begin in a random encounter.
So these are the desert roaming.
Right, that's the new one.
Oh.
I'm going to change the time of day here. 7 o'clock seems good. So one of the things I've changed with some random encounters, I had a little bit of it before, but some of the random encounters now are 2-stage. So you...
Lower it a little bit. Speaking of audio and beautiful sound effects, you can give it in the middle so they have some.
So, for example, what we used to have, I did it with the dragon already. So some of the encounters with the deer, the stags, you'd kill a few of them, and then the dragon would come out, and presumably you're killing off his food source, and he's now looking to eat you. So what I've also done is added similar situations to some other creature-based random encounter situations. So you might kill a few wolves in the forest, and then it turns out instead of the tier 2 wolves, if you don't know what the tiers are, we sort of have a tier 1 to 10 scale, but it can go over 10. Most of the time you encounter a tier 1 to 5 kind of enemy. So you might go into a random encounter, fight some tier 2 wolves, and before you realize it, there's some tier 5 wolves who are coming to get you. Or maybe it's actually a tier 10 obsidian bear who's coming to kill you. So that's the sort of situation we have in some random encounters. And now if you look here in the desert, we're in the Grunwald Desert here, you see a scorpion in front of me. That's a new roving NPC. I think we're a ghost right now, so let me become visible. So Scorpion, or Corpion, sorry, is our instigator of the brand new Desert Encounter. We're going to show you the Desert Encounter now. That's a brand new map. Corpions, there are a few spots in Novia where you can encounter the Corpions. Grunwald Desert I mentioned, and also to one side or the other of the big volcanic rift in the center of Novia. The strips of wasteland to the east and west of the Blackblade Mountains. And then also there's a desert in Hidden Vale to the southwest that has roving Corpions that could pull you to the
So we got a lot of different areas for these guys.
Yeah, it's not just one spot. So you pop up in the middle, as with most of the random encounters. I'll just turn around slowly, give you a little sense of where we are. Apparently it's raining a little bit in this desert.
I guess that's rain once in a while, right?
Yeah, got some greenery here and there. We have, I'm going to do a cheat right now.
Shut off the rain?
Nah, well, we could do that, but what I did was I just spawned all the resources. So obviously there's, we got a little cotton right here. Oh, hopefully that guy doesn't see. Let's see. Oh, we got some silver. I think it's iron and silver, or copper and silver, but obviously silver is in here. We got a few bits of garlic. Being chased. A couple of rabbits. A bunch of regular low-tier Corpions. And even though we call it a tier 2 map, it's a little bit of a 2.5 kind of map, because there's probably mostly, or around half, it's random, mostly tier 2 Scorpions, but there might be a tier 3 Scorpion or 2 here and there. Oh, there's copper, so it is silver and copper, I can remember.
You're like dragging all of the Scorpions around here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cheat and kill them. So here's sort of a threshold right here to go out, but we're not gonna leave just yet. Oh, they leashed. So you can see it's essentially a pretty big circle. We have some boulders and rock formations in the center. We just saw the one way out, and we can see a second way out there, third way out, fourth way out. So there's plenty of different ways to get out. Oh, there's a Scorpions killed that rabbit over there. I'm gonna make my way to the center. Windy day, I can see a lot of the. I don't know why that's flashing. Is that a new effect?
Unity. Oh, there's some more Scorpions.
Yep. About to run to the center. I'm gonna kill them all with a cheat.
Blinding tornado. Scorpions.
Yeah, so that's roughly the run around. Kill all.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, they all died.
No, they all. Well,
So this is one of those special maps that has a 2-stage battle.
Oh, there's another one. Hey, he's different. Look out.
Yeah. So it's a huge Scorpion. So he's tougher than the other guy, and there's probably several of this types. Oh, there's one over there. So it could be tier 5, could be tier 10.
I've also made the mistake of saying scorpion and not corpion. We're supposed to, according to chat, only say corpion.
Yeah, the small behind the scenes about that. It was a scorpion. Apparently, Star learned the name during one telethon.
Yes, and now they are.
And now they are our own unique creature called Corpions. Okay, kill these dudes again. And now there's a chance, it's not guaranteed, the chance that we might set weather clear.
Yeah,
Weather
set,
overnight.
set
There we
weather.
go.
There you go.
Oh,
What's
we're
that?
facing the right direction. So there's a chance.
The merchant? Is he coming to sell you something?
Nope. But
It looks like he has a merchant.
that is an
outfit on,
idea I
actually.
have. Actually, if you look close,
Oh, he has a sword. That's not good. Where's he going? Where's she going? My bad.
clearly someone who's from
Oh, she put a
Norgard.
sword. No, she's friendly. Cool.
She is friendly.
She's actually kind of annoying.
So there's several different people that we can meet in this desert scene. Oh, she's a bounty hunter. You killed my target, Outlander. I'm not too happy about that, but nothing can be done about it now. You prove you're a better hunter this time, so you should claim the bounty. Sounds fair. I did all the work. I'm kind of a jerk about it. We can see some of the secret behind the scenes bits about love and courage changes. So I'm making some choices, and then I also have a bounty slip. Let me just ask her name. Oh, she's not telling me your name. Well, kind of a jerk about it.
You're being a jerk. You gotta be nice to her.
She gave me this bounty slip. What's that all about? Take your slip to the bounty master and collect your reward. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Bounty master. Oh, we have several bounty masters throughout Novia. Let's ask about this Blood Bay one. It's a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
It's an island in the northern half of the Spindrift Bay.
Gesa Van Winkle is the bounty hunter, a bounty master there. She runs her operation out of the Beggar's Coin, offshore between Scoundrel's Hold and Judge's Watch. So there, she's given us a quest. She probably has more details if we want to ask for it. Up here on the left, give slip to bounty master, and it's got some extra instructions right here. It mentions the cities we can go to, and we have a choice of cities. We can, whatever city is closest is probably the one we would go to. I'm not going to finish the whole quest. You'll have to turn it in on your own. She mentioned we have a bounty slip somewhere. There's a bounty slip.
Yeah, there it is. Bounty slip.
Bounty slip. Some notes right here about the whole bounty concept. Not like a full bounty system like other games. This is just the quest rationalization. So don't look too deep into it, people. But that's pretty much it. I tried to jam it all in a little time frame for you.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Compact and in Keith's Desert Roving Encounters session in 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah.
We have a nice new desert map. This, as well as several other random encounter maps, have 2-stage battles. Lower challenge bad guys may bring out higher challenge bad guys, maybe even like crazy high challenge bad guys, and some extra rewards and possible quest that might happen.
We have one question.
Yeah, ready, go.
This is a difficult one. I don't know if you're gonna have an answer for it.
Hit me.
Isn't she hot in the outfit? It is a desert after all.
Well, she's a bounty hunter from Norgard, so she can take whatever the weather. She's oblivious to the elements.
Exactly.
That's how she's been trained, and she'll punch you if you try to suggest otherwise.
There you go. Answer given. All right. And speaking of given, we have one more prize that we were in the middle of giving away. We had that snowman mask, the one.
Yeah.
The 2017 snowman mask with stovepipe hat. Congrats to Hylax, HYLAX, for winning that. If you're on Discord, message Barrick. If you're on Twitch, message Shroud of the Avatar with the item you won, the stovepipe snowman mask, the stovepipe hat, and your character name, so that we can award it to you. All prizes given out today, including the Twitter one. You have 10 seconds to tweet out, or at the end of this live stream, which will be ending in 10 seconds or so, the hey, it was a great live stream, or had fun watching, #LBSOTA, @Shroud of Avatar, and you get a chance to win that pack, this set rather, the 2017 Yule gift set. And it looks like our weather is. Didn't you clear up the rain?
I did, but I changed the time, so I just cleared the weather
so
again.
rain
But
again.
it takes
Yeah,
a
this is
second to
one
clear.
rainy desert. Wow.
It's funny, like many of the times that I was testing the world building part of it and also the battle part of it, it was raining on me.
Very nice. All right, well, we'll just leave it there, and then I'll cut the stream. Thank you, Keith, for stopping in. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. Hope you had fun, and we're definitely going to get Bob back and Kat back, maybe on their own live streams next time. We have a couple of different things, though, next week, Friday, on the last community live stream of the year, and then we'll pick up things in January after a short holiday break. And boy, things are going to get interesting in 2018, folks, so hang on to your hats and don't let that desert wind blow it away. We will see you guys later.